Okay, so I'm on my day 30 of my 100-day workout challenge. And before you think it's going to be one of those I'm so proud of myself videos, let me get this straight. This was weird, it was uncomfortable, but it was life changing. And let me tell you why. So here's the thing, I started my first 50-day challenge in November 2025. I completed it and it felt so good. In January 2026, I started my 100-day challenge again. Travels, life happening, distractions. I kind of lost the momentum. And that's when I knew that I had to restart again. And you know what? The restart journey is sometimes a little harder than the first time you do it because you know what you're getting yourself into. And today I'm on my day 30 and I'm so excited that I have so much to share with you. And honestly, it has been completely life changing, like I mentioned in the start of the video. And I genuinely want to talk about this stretch, what it actually taught me, because it is not what I expected. So, the biggest shift in this entire 30-day journey has not been just physical, it has also been food. And I want to talk about this because nobody talks about how these two are connected with each other. I used to eat out a lot. I used to try out new places, going to cafes almost every other day, going for food tastings every other day. It was a part of my social life and my social identity. But specifically during this challenge, I told myself that I am not going to eat junk and I'm not going to eat out. And here's the wild part, listen to this. My last food tasting was on 9th of Feb, and today we are on 9th of April. So you can imagine, since last 2 months, I have said no to so many people, so many restaurants, so many agencies that I'm just not available because I knew that if I say yes, it's just going to become a part of my habit again. 2 months of no tastings. I mean, isn't that a good achievement? And especially for someone who's doing food tastings so regularly, good job. And also, the last tasting that I went to, it was a dosa tasting, which was still fine, but no junk, oily food. You know what I mean? And in this entire duration of not eating outside and not going for food tastings, I realized that how my bloating reduced so much, because that is some concern that I always had. And let me get this straight, I'm not discouraging people to go and eat out. It's just my journey. And I decided, because I knew that this is something I am struggling with, because sham hote hi, I used to get hungry. And that was the biggest challenge for me, because breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything is fine. It's the snack time that I would end up falling in for, or going for that junk food or momos or whatever, whatever you feel like eating. I just wanted to train my mind and body that you have to eat at home no matter what I was craving. You have no idea the amount of times I have literally stopped myself every evening or whenever. It's not like I'm human, right? I do have cravings, so I just control myself, and that is a mental discipline, you know what I mean? Along with these challenges, let me be very honest with you, ऐसे बहुत सारे दिन थे जब मुझे बिल्कुल भी वर्कआउट नहीं करना था, but I was like, I cannot break my streak. I cannot break my workout streak because I was loving the whole process. Because when you start seeing results, that's when you know that you're doing something good. There have been days where I've been so lethargic, zero energy. But I knew that my mind is so trained that is time pay. I have to get up, wear my workout clothes, and just hit the gym. Uske baad, if I don't work out or work out less or don't perform like 100%, it's fine. I just had to train my mind that you need to get out of the house at this particular time and have to hit the gym. And I'm really glad that my husband is also part of this journey. He also started his fitness journey along with me this 30 days. And the days when I would not feel like going, I would see him getting dressed and I'd be like, no, chalo, abhi jana hi hai, no matter what. And of course, it's vice versa. And the best part is watching each other show up was something that made me not want to quit even more. But don't always rely on your accountability partner, because there will be days where the schedules will not match and there will be timings that won't match. So that should not stop your workout no matter what. So, yeah, on the days I really did not want to show up, that's exactly when you have to show up the most. And mind you, motivation does not play a role in this, because I think It's the discipline that needs you to show up. It's not, you can be like having 0% motivation, but it's your discipline that I have to show up for myself, for my body, and not for anyone else's. And these decisions do not require any sort of feelings, because the minute you shut your mind and be like, okay, in that autopilot mode, that I have to show up for myself at this time, I have to hit the gym. Now, I don't know how else to explain this part to you. I remember I was heading back from Mumbai and I was watching this podcast with my husband. It was about this footballer who spoke about, you know, the power that you have in actually doing what you say. That is so powerful. He spoke about this in Raj Shamani's podcast, and that kind of hit both of us. And I think that was the time when we realized that we need to restart our 100 days, our fitness journey again. When you realize that you have kept a promise to yourself and you're actually fulfilling it, the level of that adrenal rush that you get, that, oh my God, I'm actually doing what I'm saying. I think there's nothing more powerful than that. And that is what that podcast taught me. And that is so important, that you take in valuable information from the internet, because internet is full of so much of negativity and positivity both. So it's about how you pick the good things and apply it into your life. So what exactly changed in these last 30 days? So much. My mind is so clear. I know what I want, and I know I do not want to give up on this. I want to be at it. I know my body more than anybody else, because my body instantly starts showing results, or instantly starts showing the results of not going also. So I know for a fact that I have to show up. My I feel good from inside. I feel not 24/7, 365 days, but most days I am feeling fresh. The biggest change in my workout journey has been how during my menstruation time my cramps are almost na ke barabar. Like literally, I have realized how less my cramps are. I will barely have like a little bit of discomfort or a little bit of bloating during that time. But I'm working out during my menstrual cycle, and that is something that every time I'm regular with my workouts, I have noticed that shift during my menstrual cycle. I have realized that I don't even get those severe, excessive hormonal breakouts like the way I used to, because I'm eating good food. It's not like I don't absolutely get acne. I do. I am an acne prone skin, but that's okay. Uh, Maybe certain foods or whatever. But yeah, overall, it has been an amazing restart journey, and 70 more days to go, and I'm not giving up. I have my travel plans coming up in May. I have a lot of things, but that's not going to stop me this time. So, my dear subscribers and non subscribers, if you're watching this, if you are somewhere in your restarting journey, or somewhere in the beginning of this journey of your fitness or relationship with food, or just trying to be consistent in life, we got this. And I hope this video helps you to show up for yourself even more. Not because I have it all figured out, but because I'm in it too, just like you are. So, subscribe if you want to follow my 100-day journey. And I promise you, the 100-day video is going to be super fun. And if you've stayed all along, you have also been a part of something which I have tried to change for the longest time. And it's going to be worth watching. And for now, I'm going to sign off. This is Sonika Khani. And thank you so much if you've stayed till the end. Keep subscribing, keep sharing the love. Bye bye.